Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're doing a realistic rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers with the new addition of Najee Harris. In my personal opinion, I think Najee Harris was the best running back in the class. I think Travis Etienne went right before him or right after. Don't quote me on that. Number one, I think he's a great player. Do I think you should pick a RB in round one? No. I mean, yes, there's a lot of great RBs in round one, like Saquon Barkley, but he's been injury prone, even though he's good when he's on the field, but availability is better than ability. So let's just get to the team. So here's the overlook of the team. And offensively, we look very great in receivers, very young overall, other than Big Ben, I would say. Great tight ends, great overall receiving core, a lot of threats for our new QB coming in. Yes, of course, I'm going to have to replace Big Ben. O-line is meh. Defensive line is pretty good. This pass rush is great as well. Devin Bush is awesome to see. And that Minkah Fitzpatrick trade is amazing that they got, only giving up one first-round pick, and I think maybe a few other picks. I think it was just straight up a first-round pick. I might be wrong on that, but that was a great deal for the Steelers. He really excelled on the Steelers. So we are at the midseason mark, coming off a bye week as we are 4-3 and looking into it, second division behind the 5-3 Browns. Of course, we're going to be behind the Browns. Browns are just insane in simulation. Juju, I definitely want him back, though it has been reported that he might hit free agency, will most likely hit free agency next season. He took a pay cut just to stay with the Steelers this season, I think on a one-year deal, maybe more. I don't know necessarily. I don't want anyone else there. I did re-sign Juju, so let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Browns, as we are 10-6 here to face the 12-4 Kansas City Chiefs, third in the division, very highly contested division. Ravens finished 6-10. But Big Ben had a pretty good season actually for his age, and overall 18th best offense, 26th best defense is not accurate. 4,000 yards, 35 TDs, 9 receptions. Pretty good season. Najee Harris, 8 TDs, over 1,000 yards, 5 per carry. Great season for him. 1,500 yards, 16 TDs for Chase. Oh my God, okay. Devin Bush, 130 tackles, amazing. Stephon Tuitt, 13 tackles for a loss. 11.5 sacks for TJ Watt. Interceptions, 3 from Minkah. Okay, and safeties on the team is going to be 1 for DeMarcus Christmas, and defensive touchdowns, I think that was 1 for Minkah Fitzpatrick as well. So let's see if we can beat the Kansas City Chiefs. We usually always win in the wild card if you are new to the channel, and then lose in the divisional. That's just how it always works. But okay, we beat the Kansas City Chiefs as we are here to face the 13-3 Patriots. We've already lost. Cam Newton's so good in simulation. I could never beat him. Let's see if we do. Yeah, we lost. I'm not too surprised by that. I'm not really too upset. We're only 10-6. So let's just move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Tennessee Titans beat the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl. And looking into it, Cam Newton wins league MVP. No surprise that the Patriots beat us. And looking into the retirements for the AFC North, my bad. And Tyson, whatever, our third string defensive tackle, I think, retired, so he may have been starting. I could care less. Christmas had a better season than him, DeMarcus Christmas. Everyone else here I don't really have an interest for, so I'm signing him. So anyways, let's look into the team once again to see if we have any dev-ups. Big Ben now has superstar dev. Again, biggest pet peeve in Madden, how someone gets a dev up but they go down in overall. Makes no sense. Chase Claypool should honestly be an X factor after that season, but you only get one at a time really per season unless you get a breakout challenge. So I was about to say Chase Claypool. Okay, Chase Claypool was actually really good this season. 1,500 yards and 16 TDs was insane. Stephon Tuitt, I believe he went up to superstar dev if he didn't have it before. Devin Bush went up to superstar dev. He had a lot of tackles this season. So anyways, guys, other than that, that's all the upgrades, and it's time to move into free agency. So in free agency, we really didn't have anything. I didn't sign anybody. So we're picking up Nick Kaplan, our new quarterback, 6'6", the new Big Ben, 75 overall, hidden development, 225 pounds. Next, we're picking up a center for his protection, 78 overall, normal dev, ranked number 3 in the class, picked him up at number 57. Absolute steal in the draft. And this is what the team looks like after the draft. Offensively, the O-line has improved. We have improved overall. Can I cut Big Ben? He has a really big cap hit, so hopefully he can just retire in his cap hit. We don't have to take dead cap penalty. And yeah, we really didn't pick up anything in free agency other than Chardavius Ward, I think. So yeah, I'm really happy with what we got, and other than that, it's time to get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Baltimore Ravens as we are 2-6. Okay, Nick Kaplan might not be the future, but he is a rookie. I don't blame him. Bottom of the division. Let's look into the re-signings. TJ Watt, of course, we want him back. I think he personally should have won Defensive Player of the Year. and I didn't think he got snubbed out of it. Aaron Donald's a great player as well. You could really debate either or. So I personally think it should have been TJ Watt, though. David DeCastro, I do want back, of course, superstar dev. I always want my threat detector whenever I hop into the game. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys should check out all my other gameplay videos. Eric Ebron resigns. In my gameplay videos, I always have a superstar development offensive lineman just for threat detector. I think it's the best ability in the game. So anyways, guys, time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Cleveland Browns, as we did not make the playoffs. And I don't really blame my rookie quarterback. We finished 7-9. I guess a comeback on the second half of the season. Nick Kaplan was not that great. 28th best offense, not really surprised. 16th best defense, okay, we improved on defense. Kaplan, 3,900 yards, 27 TDs, 13 interceptions, meh. Najee, 9 and 990, okay. Chase Claypool, 10 TDs, 1,100 yards. He's so good. Defensively, Devin Bush, 1,500 yards, and not 1,500 yards, 1,500 tackles, 115 tackles, 15 tackles for a loss for, I think that was Cameron Hayward. Terrell Edmonds with 4 interceptions. Safeties is 1 for Cameron Hayward, and also 1 for someone else, but 0 defensive touchdowns. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason, as once again the Titans win back-to-back Super Bowls, this time against the San Francisco 49ers, winning 22-17, and Josh Allen wins league MVP, and I don't see any awards for Pittsburgh Steelers there. So, yeah, let's look into the retirements for the AFC North. I keep getting that mixed up. Calais Campbell on the Ravens does retire, so let's look into the team. And Calais Campbell was the only person that retired. I'm surprised Big Ben did not retire, even though he just got benched. James Washington, all these other players here. I don't need James Washington, though he seems kind of good. I don't need him. I have 3 great receivers. And looking into Nick Kaplan, he didn't even win Rookie of the Year. That's kind of surprising. Offensively, let's see. Nick Kaplan only has star dev. A little disappointing, but I can live with it. It's a lot better than normal. Not going to really complain about that. Defensively, what other upgrades do we have? Cameron Hayward is now an X Factor. Okay, I can kind of see that. He had a really good season. Terrell Edmonds has star dev. Keep stuttering all over that. David Castro, I want to make sure he has threat detector. Sorry, guys. I always have to make sure just in case I hop into a game or anything like that. So, overall, not that great of a season, honestly. Not that great of upgrades either. I think Cameron Hayward might retire soon. So, let's just get to free agency. So, here we are after free agency as we picked up a haul in free agency, needed DB, got Vita Vea, got Bradley Chubb, and we got Mike McGlinchey. Stacked defense. Definitely need an upgrade. I'll show you guys the complete improvement after free agency. I usually don't do this, but it was a great free agency. O-line is great for the future. And defensively, this D-line and pass rush is so good. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Vita Vea, Stephon Tuitt. I'd like to pick up another defensive back in the draft. Jair can't get it done by himself, but very, very big haul in free agency. And since we don't have to pay a quarterback, since we just got a new quarterback and he's on a 4-year deal and I get a 5th-year option, and we don't have to pay him for the future, that leaves so many options. Whenever you have to pay a quarterback, it takes up so much cap room on the team, and you get so many more options in free agency whenever you just draft a new QB. So let's just move into the draft. Here we are in the draft picking up a middle linebacker. Devin Bush is the only middle linebacker we have, and I think we have like a 70 overall with him. 77 overall, only normal dev though. Next, we're picking up Jose Mcgee, 71 overall, hidden development defensive back. I'm probably going to start him just because of his development. He might just be star, but it's okay. Next, we're picking up another star development defensive back or higher, 67 overall, hidden dev, Marquez Teague. So this is the overlook of the team after the draft, and overall, I really like what we have with the team, offensively and defensively, though I would like some higher overall positions on offense, such as my offensive line or my tight end could be a higher overall, and my running back, but I'm not really going to complain about that. Just cut a player just because I don't need his cap room. And everyone else here looks amazing. Defense looks absolutely amazing as well. Just looks so good. I'm cutting these players so that way I can find Teague. Yes, I needed to find Teague because of his star dev. That's why I was cutting all those players. So let's look into the slot. I want Teague to start in the slot. I think that is. No, that's Mcgee. Jose Mcgee, I want him to start in the slot just so that way I can see his development faster. And everyone on the defense looks so good. We better at least be a top 5 defense with this kind of defense in simulation. Running Baltimore's playbook, that's apparently the best for 3-4 is what I've been told. So let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Carolina Panthers. And we are 5-2. Let's go. Top of the division above the Cincinnati Bengals. And looking into the re-signings, we have Minkah Fitzpatrick here. And of course I want Minkah back. It's Minkah, dude. 95 overall, superstar dev. That's going to be a big contract. Well, for a free safety, it's actually relatively small of his stature. Great. Stephon Tuitt. We have a lot of contracts here, but we also have an absolute crap ton of money because we don't have to pay a quarterback. Of course, I want Stephon Tuitt back as he resigns. Deontay Johnson, I don't need. He hasn't put up over 1,000 yards. He hasn't even put up 1,000 yards in a season. I'm not going to resign him. Terrell Edmonds, I do want back. He's the only strong safety I really have. I don't need Deontay Johnson. I mean, could I give him a contract? Yeah, but I'm not going to do it. Chase Claypool has been popping off. I don't even think Juju has gotten 1,000 yards in a season yet in this simulation. So I just don't need him. So let's just move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the New Orleans Saints, making the playoffs at 11-5, here to face the 11-5 Browns, as the 11-5 Browns take the division over us, so we're going to be playing at their home stadium. Nick Kaplan had a way better season, 15th best offense, and come on, 11th best, should have been way higher, 4,200 yards, 34 TDs, 8 interceptions, pretty solid season, only 1 TD, yikes, Najee Harris had a bad season. Never mind. Okay, I was crap talking Deontay Harris all that time, 1,000 yards, 9 TDs, okay, maybe so. 118 tackles for Devin Bush, 17 tackles for a loss, 8.5 sacks only with that kind of pass rush, 6 interceptions for Devin Bush, having a great season. Safeties is going to be 0, and defensive touchdowns is going to be 1 for Jair. Only 8 sacks for the most on the team. Bradley Chubb, Stephon Tuitt, Vita Vea, Cameron Hayward, and TJ Watt, and you're telling me the most sacks that we had was 8? That seems ridiculous to me. Okay, we actually beat the Browns, surprisingly. 11-5 here to face the 9-7 Jaguars in the divisional. We always lose in the divisional. Please tell me we could beat a 9-7 team. Yes, we do, finally. Here to face the 12-4 Las Vegas Raiders. They always seem to be here. I always see the Las Vegas Raiders in the conference championship, in the AFC conference championship, though I do tend to beat them a lot. So it's time to move into this conference championship. Here we are in the conference championship, 24-14 in the third quarter, 27-14 now, letting simulation take the wheel for now unless it becomes extremely close, and it is kind of extremely close, but I'm just going to let the CPU finish it out as we're going to win. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 11-5 New York Giants. Danny Dimes really does good in simulation unless I'm in simulation. Whenever I'm using the Giants, Danny Dimes is terrible. So, looking into the team, I don't see any dev-ups for offensively. Not even Deontay Harris got a dev-up. And looking into Devin Bush, now a superstar X Factor, 92 overall. That's what I expected. 6 interceptions. I believe he had 1 defensive touchdown or a safety. And he also had 115 tackles. Great season. Teague only has star dev, but our other defensive back has superstar dev. That's nice to see. Very insane defense. Should have been top 5. I don't know why we're 11th. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl as it is 7-0 in the second quarter against the Giants. Just going to let the CPU take this 14-7 as we make a comeback. 14-14 in the third quarter. 21-14 and almost entering the fourth quarter. 24-14, 31-14 as we pull away in the fourth quarter, and that might do it, and it does. 31-14 is your final score as the Pittsburgh Steelers wins their 7th Super Bowl. That is what I'm talking about. That is amazing. Let's look into the Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP is Terrell Edmonds. 2 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interception, 0 TDs, and 1 interception. That is the most undeserved Super Bowl MVP I think I've ever seen. 1 interception and 2 tackles. That's so bad. He might have recovered some fumbles. That might have happened as well. But still, Najee Harris. I would have rather given it to Najee Harris. But still, it's fine. Here we are in the offseason, as obviously we beat the Giants. Terrell Edmonds, Super Bowl MVP. Jameis Winston wins league MVP. Okay, no Steelers for any other awards other than Super Bowl MVP. Looking into the retirements, now we have AFC North. Go to North, not South. And okay, we have all that figured out, and no Steelers. I think that's glitching out because Big Ben, no way Big Ben's still on the team. Deontay Johnson. Did I call him Deontay Harris all those other times? I feel like I did. I'm sorry if I did. Deontay Johnson, my bad. Let's get to free agency. Here we are after free agency, picking up Kyle Fuller, He's another great defensive back. We have so many good DBs now. They're so young, and we're picking up a fullback because I just let go the other Watt brother, whoever it is. Here we are in the draft picking up a halfback because we literally don't need anything. I'm just picking up depth. 71 overall, normal dev. Terrible pick overall, I think. So this is the team after the draft, and offensively we look great. Wish we had a better tight end or a left tackle, but it's okay. I'm not going to really complain about that. And yeah, that's okay with me. Defensively, it looks amazing. We should not have a problem at all with this team. Easily should be top 5. I think this team should be the best defense in the NFL. So let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Jaguars. And I just realized Big Ben did retire. He's not even on my roster anymore. I think I probably should have mentioned that before, but it didn't even show up in the retirements tab. I think it was glitching out for me. I don't need to re-sign anybody here because it is the final season, just to let you guys know. So other than that, guys, let's move into the playoffs once we get there. So we were on the playoffs, coming off a win to the Houston Texans. First round bye. No, never mind. Didn't make the playoffs. My bad. 6-10. Okay, 21st best offense. And show me the defense. 14th. Oh my God. Dude. Why are we 6-10? Super Bowl champions. Like, we literally improved in the offseason. We didn't even go down. Najee Harris was meh. 1,500 yards, 17 TDs for Chase Claypool, and we go 6-10. Yeah, shut up, EA. 119 tackles. Tackles for a loss, 17 for TJ Watt. Sacks on the team, 11 for TJ Watt. Interceptions, 3 for Terrell Edmonds. And safeties on the team is going to be 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 1 for Kyle Fuller. So, you're going to tell me that this time we have a 99 overall defense. 14th best defense. Running the Ravens playbook, defensive playbook. And we go with the 3-4. Okay. And we have a 14th best defense. And we go 6-10 with a 99 overall defense. Cool. Love to see. I absolutely love to see us go 6-10 with the best defense in the entire league. Probably the best defense of all time, if I'm not mistaken. This defense is ridiculous. It's insane. I can't even contain the amount of X factors they have on it. Anyways, it frustrates me, guys. So anyways, guys, apart from that, hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one.